So the first thing we need to do is work out which numbers from the universal set are in the subset V, because we're given this subset here, which is V and W, and we're given this subset here, which is V or W union W. But we're not actually given what subset V is. But we know that subset V is all the prime numbers that are in the universal set. So all the prime numbers that are in the universal set are 2, 3, 5, and 7. Because don't forget, 1 isn't a prime number. So now we know that the subset V has these four numbers in it, 2, 3, 5, and 7. And now we have enough information to start filling in our Venn diagram. So we are told that V intersection W, V and W, so the elements, the numbers, have to be in subset V and they have to be in subset W. And remember from our pictures, the intersection is this middle part here where the two circles overlap each other. So we know that number 3, number 7 and number 5 are in this intersection part because they have to be in set W and they have to be in set V. So these are the numbers that are in both because they appear in both circles. And that we are also told that V union W is all these numbers here. So V or W are these two circles here. So from the subset V, the remaining number, once we take the 3, the 7 and the 5 out, the 3, the 7 and the 5, so if I just cross those off, because they appear in the middle here, we are left with 2. So we know that the 2 has to sit in the circle here because 2 is in subset V, so is 3, 5 and 7, but 3, 5 and 7 is also in W, so the only remaining number left in subset V is the number 2. So that goes in our circle there. So now we can cross off the numbers that are in subset V from our in subset V union W, so the ones that are in V or in W. So we can cross these off here, the 2, the 3, the 5 and the 7. So we know we are left with 1, 10 and 12. So that has to be in W because this means it's in W or V. This means it's in subset W or V. So we know that these ones are in V, so the ones that are left must be in W. They're not in the middle because they're not in V and in W. They are only in W. So we know that these numbers go on there. And then we can cross off all the numbers from now our universal set that we have in the two circles and in the intersection. So we have the 1, the 2, the 3, the 5, the 7. We don't have an 8 and we don't have a 9 and we have a 10 and a 12. So the 8 and the 9 don't belong to subset V because they're not in here. And the 9 and the 8 doesn't belong to W either because it's not in this set here or in this circle. So we know that 8 and 9 go on the outside of our circle because they don't fit into either set W or into set V.